Hello, my friends. Welcome back to another episode of Rain World Downpour with me, Tori's PLT. So I feel like this week is going to be a lot of me just like kind of riffing on the same things. So if you really have no desire to hear me talk about like, you know, IRL, like actual shit, now might be a great time to just, oh shit, turn off the computer and yeah. Sorry, trying to, you know, holy fucking Christ, there's so much detritus. Just eat this lizard. Fuck. God damn. Alright. You know, so like, it's gonna be, I don't know, like, I mean, who knows, maybe the subject will change. I have no idea. You know, it's all about the whims of the brain here, and as we all are probably, hopefully aware, my brain is not very consistent when it comes to what I'm going to be talking about. You know, I flit from subject to subject like what is something that flits from place to place a lot? Like a hummingbird, you know? Like a hummingbird goes from flower to flower. I go from subject to subject. Like a hummingbird covered in garbage. Oh fuck, dude, Tunic is ruining my brain. I see little little lines, and I'm like, oh shit, I need to use the D-pad to do stuff. And if, oh fuck, actually, I'm just realizing, like, if I just gave you a spoiler for Tunic, my apologies. I did not mean to give you Tunic spoilers. All right, so we got to visit your ass, and then we got to do other things. So like, all right, I know I was talking about like religion last time. And so here's the thing, man. Like, I have friends that are religious, and I'm not about to talk to them and be like, well, okay, that sounds bad. I talk to them frequently, but I'm not about to be, like, starting shit with them, you know? Like, just because I disagree with, like, you know, the fact that somebody is... just because I think that, like, somebody is following a thought process that is kind of dog shit, I'm not just gonna, like, you know, be like, yo, motherfucker, it's time to throw down. You know, like, I will the fuck? How did that just zoom me forward that much? What? Wait a minute. Hang on. Oh, no, wait. I visited 2? Sky Islands. Oh, Chimney! Ah, okay, right, okay. I was like, how did you give me that much? That doesn't make any sense. Anyway, so, like, you know, just because somebody follows, like, you know, a religion, and I tend to be, like, very much opposed to religion in all cases, you know, I'm not about to be like, yo, we gotta throw down. Oh, fuck. Nope, run. Oh, shit. I don't know if I'm going to make it. I kind of want to go back there, down there and, like, poke this dude in the butt. It's still here. But, like, you know, if you come at me and you're like, oh, religion's the smartest way to be, I'm going to be like, oh, dude, it's time to throw. Do you want to catch these verbal hands? Because that's what's about to happen. You know? And I do think it's funny, though, when, like, religious folks are like, oh, but religion is the smartest way to be, and then they're, like, all vehement about it, and then it's like, okay, well, explain why all the prophecies the religion is told are wrong. Real smart, huh? Or, like, how the religious thought that the Earth was the center of the universe? Or even the center of our solar system, and then also, like, wanted to not believe in the solar system, and, like, we're basically just like, science bad! Or like when people say, you know, oh, well, you know, the church was the keeper of knowledge, you know, back in the day. And it's like, no. They were not the keepers of knowledge. They were the gatekeepers of knowledge. Like, scientists had been doing shit, or like, okay, maybe they weren't really considered scientists at the time, but like, smart people that were doing smart shit. So they're scientists, basically. Smart people doing smart shit. Were figuring out all kinds of cool shit. And then religion was like, no. And then, you know, they were basically and this is mostly at, like, Christianity, Christianity and Catholicism. I don't know how, like, listen, that's the religion I'm, like, most familiar with. I don't know how that, like, kind of stuff operates in, like, Judaism or, like, a whole bunch of other things, because, like, it's just not something that I have been, like, super exposed to, you know what I'm saying? Oh, fuck, that's not what I wanted, but, I mean, I'll take the eyeball. What the fuck? Why am I having so much trouble doing this? Okay, hang on. There we go. Cool. You know what? Take the eyeball. Because if you see a scav, we're going to drop it for him. You know what I'm saying? We're going to drop it like it's hot. Hopefully that'll make them not angry at me. And, like, the thing is, like, this is a much more complicated conversation than can really be had in, like, 15 minutes. But at the same time, like, I kind of feel like if you are actually looking for as much information as you can about all these different subjects, and your conclusion is still, like, religion better than science, or, like, better than any other thought process, I'm sorry to tell you, but, like, your brain is broken. Like, you've been highly indoctrinated. You need help. And like I said, man, I've got friends that are religious, but, like, they're also not about to be like, you know, scientists are stupid because they think that, like, the Earth is round or whatever. Like, you know, like so many of these other freaking wackos do. I don't understand that at all. Honestly, it boggles my mind that people are like this. I don't know, like brain dead about some of the most obvious shit in the world. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, like, you know, but the thing is, so long as they aren't hurting themselves or anybody else, I'm like, whatever, dude. You know, why? I don't care. I do not care. It's very hard to make me care about this any more than I do right now. Like, you know, I guess, like, talking to some of my aunts that are, like, very, very religious, and, you know, they try to use, like, anything religious as a justification, like, you know, oh, I bumped my head. Oh, that's God punishing you for not believing in him. Like, actually, his punishment for me not believing in him is being an absolute garbage lord and, you know, sending me to hell for not believing his ass. You know, like, it's not, which is another thing that's like, you know, even if God was real, like any God was real, I, in good conscience, could not actually follow them in any way, because, like, they're evil, right? You know, it's the God the Mob Boss, I think is what it's called. Because, like, it's like, you know, I'm going to send you to hell for not believing in me. It's like, okay, but I don't want to go to hell. Okay, well, you know, you don't believe in me, so you're going to go to hell. And it's like, that, you think that's a good reason for going to hell? Like, I have lived an otherwise, like, pretty, like, good life. And by that I mean, like, I have been a fairly good person. You know, like, I've improved myself, certainly. And if, like, your metric for are you good and going to go to hell is, like, you don't believe in Glob, then, like, I'm sorry to tell you, but you're trash. Like, and so is your God, you know? I don't know how else to put it. Like, what is the virtuous part of this? You know, like, I give to charity, you know, I try to advocate for good things, and for people to be kind to each other. And, like, if you're like, oh, well, you know, saying just words, you know, or if you're, like, saying these things about religion, it makes, like, disqualifies you from being a good person. Like, you're seriously telling me that words are, like, the worst thing? What the fuck is happening right now? You're seriously telling me that, like, me saying words out of my meat face are, like, worse than, I don't know, the priests that, like, you know, fondle little children? Because, like, let's be real, the Catholic Church is not a good organization, like, in any way, shape, or form. They hide, you know, people that do the what the hell is it? The not cheese pizza, because, like, there's, like, I guess, like, words that are, like, combinations of words that people use to express other things, because YouTube and Twitch will, like, hit you with the ban hammer faster than a strike of lightning, you know what I'm saying? So, like, just think of something super awful that has to do with small children, that could also have to do, or they could also have, like, the letters CP, right? Cheese pizza. But it actually, I guess it's not exactly that, but it's, you know, I mean, I hesitate to say it's worse, but it like, I don't know. The whole thing just freaks me the fuck out and is creepy and gross. Yeah, he's gonna do a thing. He's like, blah, 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 blah. I have your neuron, blah, blah, blah. Yes, give me that, please. I would like to have that back. You know, so, like, I don't know, if that's your metric for, like, are you a good person, like, you might need to get a new metric. I'm just saying. You know? And, like, even just giving to charity, that's not even a good metric either, you know? Like, because, you know, okay, here's the thing, dude. Corporations can give to charity, and they're still dog shit. You know, so it's like, I guess for me, if you want to be a good person, it comes down to, like, your actions and how much you try to minimize harm, or just eliminate harm altogether. Like, I guess, you know, for me, I want to cause as little harm as I can, and cause as much pogs as I can, you know what I mean? And for me, I'm just like, religion doesn't even play a part in any of that. You know, you can be a good person and be religious, you can be a dog shit person and be religious. I forget, what are you doing? All right, you're giving me more cycles. Thank you. Thank you. Based 5 poobles. Thank you. Please don't murder me when I come through here again. Can I have that now? Thank you. Ooh. Slurp it. No, I want it. I need to get a neuron so I can glow. Okay. You know, it's kind of like, I guess, like, the way I would... okay, hopefully this will be illustrative, okay? I view religion... oh, I'm full. Shit. I view religion as just as impactful as about being a good person as eating bread. Zero impact whatsoever. It's like, yeah, you ate bread. Good for you. Please don't kill me. You have nothing for me. I know. I'm trying to leave. I promise you. Yep, I'm leaving. See ya. Bye. Although I would say, I guess, like, and I know I'm biased in this, but I also see, like, you know, if you are a religious person, or, like, the way I feel about it is, like, if you're a religious person, I feel like there's a bias towards actually being worse than otherwise. Because, like, I don't know, it's like it comes with the territory of defending, you know, these absolutely awful practices. Like, I never, ever thought in my life I would see a person other than, like, a racist Confederate person. Like, and by Confederate person, I mean somebody who's, like, all about the Confederacy for whatever fucking reason. If you don't know what the Confederacy is the, like, opposition, not even the opposition government. They were evil fuckers that, in the United States. And, like, you may be like, oh, those are my people that you're talking about. Like, yeah, sorry, dude. If you're like, the Confederacy was good, then you're kind of garbage. Actually, not kind of garbage, you just are garbage. All right, listen, you little fruit fly, get the fuck out of here. You know, what the fuck was I going on about? Jesus Christ. Stupid fruit fly. Oh, right, defending, like, slavery and stuff. Like, the Confederacy was the people that tried to split from the United States government just so they could keep slaves, essentially. And if you're like, that wasn't the reason, I would encourage you to look at the very first sentence. Actually, I don't know if it's the very first sentence, but it's the very first paragraph of how much time do we have? Oh, we got, like, no time. Wait, I'm at X? How? I'm so confused. Anyway, very first paragraph of the, I think it's like the charter of, basically like what the Confederates wrote for their, you know, it's like their constitution, right? Like, they were like, this is what we want to do. And one of the first things they say is, like, our right to keep slaves, which it translates to our right to keep other humans as cattle, basically. And, you know, I'm not about that. I feel like that's, you know, like, fucking trash, which I'm hoping most people would agree with. Yeah, like, you know, so, if you're going to be, like, super deep into the religious stuff, like, for one, I guess you kind of have to defend slavery a bit, which is, like, super gross. Well, it's not like super gross, it just is super gross. And then also, like, some of the other super stupid shit that religion has advocated for in the past and the present, you know? It's just not a good way to be, man, you know? Like, and there are some people that are just like, you know, like my mom. My mom doesn't advocate for any of that shit, but she's like, you know, the spiritual thing is helpful for me. And I'm like, all right, cool, you know, whatever. But she's also, you know, not going to run around and be like, religion better than everything else. Like, you know, she's just like, yeah, the spiritual part helps me, you know, helps me deal with some awful shit. I'm like, all right, cool. You know, if that's what it does, then I got no problem with you. I guess the problem for me comes in when people are like using it as an excuse to, or like they're trying to use it as like trying to claim that it's like a superior epistemology to like you know, any of the others out there. I think the epistemology is the right term, right? I think so. Which is like a way of thinking, you know. Oops. Oh my god. Oops. Oh, that didn't really last for very long, did it? I probably should have done the flip a little earlier. You know, so like, I don't know, man. And you know, okay, so the other side of this is that, you know, people will also say like, well, yeah, but there were scientists out there that were also, because, you know, oftentimes the counter to this is, and by the counter to this, I mean like the counter that people will use to religion is science, which makes a lot of sense considering that they're basically like diametrically opposed. And people will say like, yeah, well, scientists tried to use, you know, or people have tried to use science to do things like eugenics, which is like a racist, super racist practice of essentially like trying to, I don't actually remember what the full definition of eugenics is, but I'll try to give you the quick and dirty, my definition, okay? My quick and dirty definition is basically like, how do we breed black people out of existence? That's pretty much it. Or like, how do we and I feel like I need to say this, okay? This is not a practice that I agree with in any way, shape, or form. It's dog shit garbage. And yeah, there were some scientists back in the day that were like, eugenics good. And things like phrenology, which is the, like, you feel somebody's skull and that tells you about them, which is absolutely stupid. But then it's, you know, like, you see, you know, it's like, okay, yeah, sure. There were people that advocated for that. Some of them were certainly scientists, not all of them. But the other side of this is like, but when you look at their, like, way of thinking, it was flawed as fuck. And did not at all follow the scientific process. Like, you know, they had like a hypothesis and they tried to collect quote unquote data to support that. But what they were actually doing was just like only taking in the data points that agreed with their point. So they were, I forget what that's called. It's not begging the question. It's like you've basically assumed the answer and now you're just looking for justification for it. And that's dumb. That's super fucking dumb. Like, why would you do that? That is the dumbest shit. So yeah, like, here's the thing though. That's what religion is basically based on. Okay, I shouldn't say that. It's not based on eugenics or like phrenology or any of that shit. But it's based on a, you know, there is no like thought process that can be that can like check itself, you know what I mean? Or that like you can check for yourself. Because what it all comes down to is like, priests interpret what God says, and then you have to follow what they say. And it's like, okay, but then how do we make sure that this isn't going to be dog shit? And the thing is, like, you can't. And I guess the same is true for science, too. Like, you know, but that's why there's also, like, you know, like things about ethicists and scientific ethics and things like that. There is no religious ethics. Because people assume that religion is just ethical on its own, but it's not. You know? And I don't understand why people make that assumption. And I think it's because it's like, maybe it's so ingrained in our way of thinking. Like, you know, that, oh, if, you know, it's like when you're voting for fucking representatives and shit, and they're like, I'm religious, and I am a good Christian with a good Christian family, and it's like, that, good and Christian, those two things don't necessarily match. You can be a dog shit Christian, for real. Anyway, I hope you all did enjoy this episode, and if you did, you know what to do. That is me here for me, Notorious BLT. Hope you have a fantastic day, and I will catch y'all next time. Bye-bye, folks.